Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is in good shape and welcome to you all to my session. So, let's get started. As you can see up on the screen, the program for today is for Indian National Congress, which is the party a driving force behind India's freedom struggle from the British Raj. A brief history of the Congress. Indian National Congress was established in 1885. The purpose for its establishment was commonly agreed upon by its foundational members as to speak for the rights and betterments of the people of India living under the British Raj. As in those days, British Raj has classified the population living under its banner into two categories. The one being the metropolitan class, which was, of course, the British whites, hailing from the island of Great Britain, and the other class was the subjects or the Commonwealth. It was duly mentioned in the norms and practices of the British Raj that the interest of the British race, the metropolitan race, will always be kept above those who belong to the Commonwealth. And this was indeed the declaration of second class citizenship of the Commonwealth, and indeed a kind of modern day slavery. To fight this within the framework of the legislation of the British Raj, a party was needed because all other methods, including the armed resistance, including the left wing armed communist resistance, and the nationalist armed resistance, failed or did not produce the results in such a magnitude which was desirable by the people of India. Upon this observation by the foundational members of the Congress, a common memorandum of understanding was established that they should not get in any armed or violent opposition to the Britishers. Rather, they should pursue peaceful and methods laid down under the British Raj legislation to fight for their rights. As we can make out from the word legislation and rights, we can connect it with a particular kind of profession where these words are most frequently used. And by now, you have guessed what kind of profession I am talking about. Yes, it is the lawyers. And this was the reason why Congress foremost leaders, the most effective ones, were all lawyers. Be it Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, or Bhimrao Ambedkar. All were affluent in the law based on theory and practice, and they can duly argue with their Britisher counterparts, and to such an extent that Britishers regarded them as a threat. Moving on, Congress party started fighting for the people's rights, be it 1914's Rowlatt Act passed by the British Raj or any other exploitatory law. Congress kept fighting for the people, and the time came in the 1947 when Britishers had to leave this country. Upon the freedom of India, Congress was the party which came to power, with its first Prime Minister being Jawaharlal Nehru. That Jawaharlal Nehru ruled India for a long time. After him, several other Congress leaders came, and up to now, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi also belonged to the family of the same Jawaharlal Nehru. However, the size and effect of Congress in the democratic atmosphere of the country has been reduced considerably. You can imagine that once Congress party used to gain seat at least above 180 to somewhere near the majority mark of 272 or beyond. But from 2014 and another general election in 2019, Congress doesn't seem to par three-digit mark. It is left with number of seats under the 100 mark. Whereas in provinces which are called states in India, the party performance has been very poor. In the recent elections, Congress has lost its major bastions of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Rajasthan. And that is why the snap on the screen, which you can see having the title Congress High Command, only Rahul Gandhi and M. Kharge are people who can be fit for this title. But you can have only what you have in your hand. As the saying goes, choosers, beggars cannot be choosers. Drawing parallel from them, one can see why Digvijay Singh and Kamal Nath are included in Congress High Command, because they don't have anyone else, as the party's stature and size has been reduced. But Rahul Gandhi is a determined person. He has taken long journeys on foot, which in Hindi are called yatras, from very south of the country, touching Indian Ocean, to the Himalayan peaks of Jammu and Kashmir, covering more than 2000 kilometers. He has started a new journey from country's eastern provinces to the west, where he has recently crossed the northern eastern states of Seven Sisters and West Bengal, and now he is heading towards Jharkhand and Bihar region. Even though he is working hard, but his rhythm is not matched by party's middle rung leaders and lower cadre. As infighting in party continues, party's morale is going down day by day. And this can't be at any time worse as Lok Sabha's 2024 general election is only few months away. So you can imagine the gravity of the situation. But still quite optimistic, Rahul Gandhi has the burden, has the charge to prove that Congress is still relevant in the India's political ecosystem. And to that, he will do what he can. Moving on to the next part, here you can see what are the goals of Congress in theory and what are those which are gettables under the headings of idealistic or practical goals. Congress practically would want to stop BJP from getting the majority vote. If it succeeds in doing so, Narendra Modi will be probably replaced by Rajnath Singh or Nitin Gadkari. Because then at that point, BJP would have to ask alliances of several other political groups which have secular and left leaning character. And to make that alliance, someone who is more acceptable or who is more lookable will fill the gap of the seat for Prime Minister of India. And that is exactly where Rajnath Singh or Nitin Gadkari can come in. If Congress succeeds to do that, it will be a big victory for Congress and its India alliance because carrying on the momentum, Congress can look for the government formation and getting Rahul Gandhi on the seat of Prime Minister in the next General Assembly election of 2029. So, this is the practical approach which seem gettable. Though it's gettable, it's not easy. It's still very tough. Here I would like to talk about voting patterns. You can see the voting pattern of Gujarat. It is the only or few state where BJP gets more than 50% vote share. Apart from that, BJP hardly gets above the 50% mark. And it is exactly where Congress led India Alliance is planning to beat BJP. You see, if anti BJP alliance could unite, they can get the vote share which is above 50%. And this will contain BJP to less than 50%. And this will in turn translate into the winning of seats for the anti BJP alliance and thereby BJP losing the seat. And this is exactly what is India Alliance stands for, which is led by Congress. If this succeeds, if this formula goes over, then Congress will get 60% vote share. Congress led India Alliance. Whereas BJP will be restricted, will be constrained to 40% or below. This will translate into a great victory for anti BJP alliance. A similar case was seen in here Bhopal, where in just recent elections, Bhopal's north and central seat, a consolidated vote bank voted for Congress and it remained undivided. So it gained victory over there. And by the same formula at macro level, by anti BJP India alliance, things could be favorable for Congress. In the end, I like to thank you for viewing this video. Do subscribe the channel. Please press bell icon for reminders. Share it among your friends and family. And to all, please take care of yourselves and be safe. If you want to read more, you can visit our blog website, which is on the URL parcha24.com. And if you like to write to us, communicate with us, you are most welcome to do so over the email given here. So till then, till next time we see each other in the next video, goodbye.